Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome back to Final Trade. We're going to take our release day look at Final Fantasy Collector Box sales data off of TCG Player in the whole pre-release period, and now out to and including the release day is sold 5,719 collector boxes on the platform at a total of $3,990,000. Yes, it missed the $4 million mark by a mere 10,000, and it comes to an average price per box of $697. The craziest thing to just looking at these plots right here is how it accelerated in the last week, both in the number of boxes sold and the price. So as the price was rising, people wanted them more and more as you got to the hysteria point of release day. Now, what to compare it against? Of course, the original Lord of the Ring collector box is the only thing worth comparing it against. And you see how much Final Fantasy beat it by. On a cumulative spend basis, Final Fantasy outsold the original Lord of the Ring collector box by 54%. 54% more dollars people were willing to part with. Kind of interesting here, you see that for Lord of the Rings, it surpassed Final Fantasy right at the end of the pre-sale period in number of boxes sold, but it was nowhere close in price per box. And something else we can look at here is if we go ahead and extend our horizontal axis out to 60 days post-release, which is the limit of the data that I collect for collector boxes, we can see that the original Lord of the Rings collector boxes by 60 days post-release had not sold as many dollars worth as Final Fantasy had up to 4 days minus release. And so that's the point at which Final Fantasy had sold more dollars worth of collector boxes on TCG Player than Lord of the Rings did out to 60 days post-release. So in effect, Final Fantasy is about 64 days ahead in terms of sale, and we're literally just at release day. So it's been absolutely wild to see this. It's crazy to think of where we are in the market today compared to 22 and 23, even late 21 when things were starting to slow down after Modern Horizons 2 came out, AFR hit, Midnight Hunt hit, Crimson Vow hit, and the attitude of the entire market went universally negative. And now we look at this a mere 3.5 years after that downturn, and WotC is setting records left and right with these products. Like I commented a couple of days ago, Tarkir collector boxes were the #1 seller as of release day for these products, and then right afterwards, Final Fantasy comes along and immediately displaces it. The very next standard expansion collector box takes the record away from the last #1. They're setting new records set after set after set, and people love the products and want to pay the money for them. It is amazing. What's really wild to think about is we know that eventually one day the market will turn, the cycle will go to the downside, but it's crazy to think from right now, what is it going to take? What kind of crazy event has to happen for this market that is at such a high fever pitch right now to turn negative? People are paying today nearly $800 for a standard expansion collector box at release day. And one day, we know this kind of hysteria will come to an end. The market will turn, things will go sour, and we will go into the down cycle. What's it going to take to get us there? Hard to see from where we sit today. Thanks to everyone who makes this content possible, especially my very generous supporters on Patreon. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and join me on Final Trade.